Good evening, my friends at POP. It is so great to be back here with you guys and all. I have to admit that as soon as I said that we weren't going to be on anymore, I started to get a little depressed. And I realized that it's really about not being with you guys. You know, there we go. It's about not being with you guys. And I think that they were all really sad about that too. And we picked up another dude along the way right here. And so we want to start with introductions. As you know, I'm Father Dan Greenleaf. I'm the pastor here at Prince of Peace Parish. So we welcome all of our parishioners and all of our friends who always like to sign on. We got 102 of you now, and plus those who aren't at all signing in. But at least you're here with us. You know that you're always welcome. Always welcome. So, over to my right, as always to my left, always over to my left, the anniversary boy. We have Father John. Father John always smiling. There's nothing as cute as Father John running out after Mass or after one of our prayer services and saying hi to everybody. Because that's how much he loves kind of being with you guys and all of that. And then, of course, our friend, Father Ben. Father Ben is here, as you know, from Central Maine Medical Center and as well as St. Mary's. The chaplain. I'm not sure if you're doing much ministry right now. Trying to do as much as we possibly can. At least bring in the bulletins to Maison Marcotte. I know that's happening, but we're not going to tell anybody, right? And down there in the control room, if we look at Father Raj is there in the control room. How's it going, Father? All right. I can see me. All right, great. All right, and then over to my right now, we picked up a guy is in a habit. His name is Father Mike, and you probably saw some of his things. He was doing, he's doing Hispanic ministry, but he is now living with us in the house. So we don't have any social distancing going on right here because we all live together anyway.
One family.
Yes, it's one big happy family, 5 priests. Probably the only place in the country where 5 priests live together. But anyway, it's really great because he's the one who made supper for us tonight. And so we're really happy about that. Father Mike, you want to say a few words to our parishioners? We got a number of people online.
Welcome, Father Mike.
I have some people are saying welcome to you. Martha's saying welcome.
Thank you. Coming back to Maine has been really a great gift for me. This is where it all started. I got my vocation when I was in Sanford. And then joined the Capuchins and spent a good deal of my ministry in New York City, Manhattan, among Hispanics, and then Brooklyn, and sometime in Manchester, New Hampshire, and just recently in Boston as chaplain to Mass General. And now a gift being back in Maine, in Lewiston. And
originally from Sanford,
yes.
A Sanford boy. A lot of priests came from Sanford. Yeah, all right. So you should have been a diocesan priest.
Well, you know what? I'm living in a diocesan rectory with 4 religious and 1 diocesan.
I'm the minority. I know what it feels like to be a minority now. All right, Father John, you got any comments for us?
Sure. Good evening to you all. Candy Clot here. We are so grateful and blessed for all of you working with us during these challenging times. We love all the laughter and smiles. God bless you all. Amy, our fathers certainly have in a period of rest. They have lots of work to do to get ready to bring us back to church. Our job now is to be patient. It will come. He will provide in His time.
Secular Franciscans.
Okay.
And Suzanne Lalibert, thank you, fathers, for keeping us connected with your show this past few weeks. I have enjoyed it very much. And the last one.
Okay.
Monique Belanger, thank you from Loaves and Fishes. We appreciate your generosity.
Oh, Sister Monique.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Sister Monique. And I think they said a little that you're not as loud, but I think we need to explain that one of the reasons why you're not loud is because for a period of time you lost your voice.
I did.
So this raspiness that he has is part of the operations. We'll try to kind of keep the volume up we'll kick the volume up higher when you're...
just to let you know, when I was in Brooklyn, I lost my voice completely, and this is after 4 surgeries of my vocal cords, so at least I have a voice.
All right. So anyway, and then there's a Father Raj, right above the slides, there's a little knob that you can turn to kind of kick some volume up. But it'll start echoing and really, really be pretty bad if you boost us up really loud. Because, of course, I'm a little on the loud side myself. All right.
When
All
you
right.
speak, it is more.
What?
But I think my voice they are not hearing.
All right. Anyway, so first we always turn to prayer because this is an evening. We started this, Father Mike, as a way to get together when we first started with the pandemic and nobody could go out. So Father John and I just turned on and said, I wonder if anybody will talk to us. And it ended up into this. So now we were talking every night to our parishioners coming online. And we encouraged them to talk to each other so that there was a way that they could speak to each other. But a lot has changed since then with parking lot masses and everything.
Yeah.
And so, but a couple of other things are going to continue to change. But we always started with prayer because on the website, we have a place where you can put your intentions. And some people have put some intentions, and so we want to pray for these intentions. And Father Raj, it's his responsibility to gather them all together and lead us through them. So, Father, what are our intentions, and who is asking for our prayers tonight?
Okay, today we have a few more intentions. First one, please pray for our daughter Joy, who working in Boston Hospital with COVID-19 patients.
Oh, wow.
The second request, please pray for my uncle who has non-Hodgkin lymphoma. He's had another round of chemo and he might have chemo again this week. Please pray for him to have strength to continue. Then another request, please pray for my brother Rick, who recently had the 5th surgery for cancer. Then another request, please pray for my brother-in-law John, who is starting his 2nd session of chemo to fight stage 4 cancer. Then another request, please pray for all mothers and give them strength to care for their families during this pandemic. Please remember all these intentions when you pray, maybe when you participate in the Holy Mass, when you participate in the adoration and Holy Rosary, please remember these intentions. And also today, please pray for Father John on his 7th anniversary of priesthood.
Because he needs a lot of prayers. All right. All right. So let us say an intercessory prayer to the Blessed Mother as we say, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. God bless you. Please remember, right up above the comments is the word share. Could you share share this to on your timeline, and so all of your friends can also come? One of my favorite sayings, if we can say, when my arms can't reach people who are close to my heart, I always hug them with my prayers. All right. God bless. So it's time actually to kind of update us on a lot of things that have happened. Some of these things they've been here for a while, so we want to make sure that we keep them updated. So the first one is that remember that the bulletins are at the door of the church. So please, if you want one at your own risk, you can grab a bulletin. Sign up to receive bulletins by email on our front page of our website. Also, too, please help in making some food for the Trinity Soup Kitchen for those who are poor, who are still receiving food but they can't go into the soup kitchen. We're making packages bagging up food for them and then bringing it to the soup kitchen. That's on Monday and Tuesday. So look online. We still kept on that. You can click that on how to help people. Catholic Charities in Maine is available as well. So for anybody who's in need, nobody should be at need in this time, especially now that the pandemic is going so much longer. So please keep it going. Call the office for more information. We'll get you connected to the opportunities at Catholic Charities. Also, we want to remind you is that live Mass now is continuing. We do have the Mass at the Basilica at 7 a.m., which is live streamed in a nice, cozy kind of church space. The second part is at 8 o'clock, we have the Holy Family Rectory Lawn Parking Lot Mass. We will have it we have it 3 options in the morning. All right, the first option would be ideal. It would be right outside. I'd love to do it right on the front lawn, right on that little stoop that we have there now. But it needs to be up like above 50 degrees in order for that to happen, which hasn't quite happened. Maybe 50 and no wind. So we kind of moved it inside. So the majority of the time, the Mass will be inside at the parking lot Mass. And then we will have, if it's not inside, if it's raining, we want to go to the slide before that because we're still on that. Yeah. So the 3 options are going to be, this is weekday Mass, that you will daily Mass. If it's not going to be outside and it's not going to be in the window, then if it's raining or snowing like it did on Saturday, we'll live stream in the church. So if you want to use your best judgment, if it's freezing outside, we'll be inside. But if it's raining, we'll be in the church because nobody's going to sit out in their car with their windshield wipers on trying to find the mass. I mean, you can see that online. So majority of the time now, if it's above 50, it's going to be inside in the window. So we will still live stream it, so you'll be able to see it. Yep.
When it is raining or snow, we cannot keep the FM outside.
That's true. Yeah. So that's why without keeping outside, we go inside and we have it in the church. So we just live stream the second mass. So we want to make sure you're aware of all of that. The other thing is also to remind you that the parking lot masses, that's where we go. Parking lot masses at Geiger. I saw the weather. It was going to rain next week. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. If it rains, probably won't happen. But it's a week out. So we know that it could possibly not rain. So we ask you to take a look. But come and join us at 8:30 and 10:30. It's a lot of fun. And weather permitting, we can see everyone, honk horns, love each other that way, the best way we can. All right. We're also live streaming from the Basilica at 4 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Saturdays and 8 o'clock on Sunday mornings. That's kind of the nice prayerful mass that we can all live through. And then May Rosary, we have a Rosary all night during May, starting at 6:30 with benediction at 7. So we want to have you come and join us. We do have adoration all day from 9 o'clock. He does it until the Rosary in the evening. And we want to thank the Knights of Columbus and all that they did to get the Blessed Mother out in the manger scene. I think she went back to Bethlehem into the manger scene. So, all right. And then we do have the collection at the Rosary, at the rectory. Father John is also in charge of that. So, what have we got here? Sister Jackie, thank you, Prince of Peace Parish, for generosity to loaves and fishes. We greatly appreciate all the items received. For the next week, we would like soups, and that can be easily prepared. Thank you very much, Sister Jackie. So we need to change the sign in the front. So if you're going shopping and you want some canned soups, can you? We can buy one extra one for the soup kitchen and drop it in the basket. And Father John then takes care of it and calls them and gets through that. So we'll change the sign now because they got what they wanted for items. So we'll make sure that you also get the soups. All right. And that seems like a lot of work so far that's been happening. And we hope that you're finding it at least a way to get through the pandemic. What's very important, though, is today we want to celebrate. That's one of our 3 announcements. 3 announcements is Father John's ordination. So we got some pictures of Father John. He gave me some pictures of his ordination. So Father John, while we're looking at these pictures, can you tell us a little about that day? Was it a sunny day?
It was a very good and precious day. One of the most important day in my life. After 10 years being in the seminary, being in the formation, just it was a special day, okay? When Bishop consecrated me, I was so much excited. Going to begin my ministry, a new ministry with the people in different dioceses, different countries. So I was so much excited. My family, friends, relatives, they were all so happy.
Yeah.
Still, I'm happy.
Nice. That's because you're with us. That's because you're in Maine. That's why you're so happy. All right? Hey, so how many people you ordained with?
We were 6, okay?
6 of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 4 from our congregation. 1 is from Velu Diocese. 1 is from Salesian. Okay. So we 6 of us.
You look like a little kid in that picture.
Now also I'm baby.
You were just a baby.
Now also.
How old were you?
I'm just 36.
Well, now you're 36.
36.
So you were 29 when you were ordained? Just like me, 29. Nice. All right. Father, when were you ordained?
1994.
1994? Oh, a year before myself. And how old were you when you were ordained?
What, 20 something?
20. You don't remember? I knew I was 29. I knew exactly I was 29.
About that age, yeah. That was 1994, so I was 28.
28, a year younger. You must have been ordained like at 25, right?
Yeah.
26,
Back in those days,
26, yeah.
Back in the old days when we got ordained really young. Yeah, you couldn't. By the minute is 25. Father Raj, how old were you when you were ordained?
A little old.
How old?
At 32.
32?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Wow. All right. Great. So 7 years ago, we congratulate you.
Father,
Fatima?
when he was at
He said 26.
26.
26.
Yeah, 26.
1978.
2 more years. Okay.
Yeah, 1978.
May 27th, 42 years.
Yeah. You know what I say in 78? I was in 7th grade, but that doesn't mean anything now because in 78, were you born?
I did not born.
85.
You were not born. You were born in 85? Oh my gosh, I was out of high school. Ah, come on, man.
My glory.
I know, huh? These young
I'm
whippersnappers.
the old man on the block.
I know, I used to be the old man. That's why I got you. I'm glad now you're the old man.
Spiritual father.
Yes, that's right. You're our spiritual father.
How come they are
So anyway, some people actually still ask questions like, who's Father Mike? Father Michael. So anyway, that's our next piece of information we wanted to introduce you to is Father Mike. Father Mike, right here, he is the announcement right there is that he is doing Hispanic ministry for the diocese. And so now he's going to do 5:30 Mass, possibly maybe 6, broadcast from the Basilica for the ministry for the whole diocese. So this here is an advertisement that we have that's on our front page just to kind of get people used to it. Because he's actually going to be working also in Portland and Waterville, Augusta, all over the state, kind of organizing campus ministry to the Hispanics. And but what's nice is that Saturdays at 5:30 he will live stream a Spanish Mass. So if you want to, and it's not really, it's for the few people that we have here in Lewiston, but it's also for Portland. It's also for all over the state. So our Basilica Mass is going all over the state for all the Hispanics in the ministry you do. Anything that you might want to add to that? No?
No, I'm here, and whatever I can help out here, I'll be doing that too. So
Great. So your habit there is a Franciscan habit, right? Because you're a Capuchin.
Yes.
And I noticed that someone said they welcomed you as a third order Franciscan.
no, there's a third order group here,
Right.
secular Franciscans here in Lewiston,
Right.
and they welcomed me.
Right, nice.
Maybe I'll get a chance to encounter them soon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have a Dominican third order group as well, right?
Probably.
Yes, here we have a Dominican third order group here.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
aware of that.
I think Denise Mayotte is involved in that. I know, and a couple of others, and I think Jean Willette is she still in the Dominican? Anyway, I think she's at Mesomark. I'm not really sure where she. This was from years ago, but I thought the Dominican third order. We have third order Dominicans, third order Franciscans, and third order Carmelites.
Oh, really?
We have third order Herald of the Good News too. You're like, what? What? We have what? So anyway, that's two big things: his anniversary and Hispanic ministry. One of the things I also want to introduce is, excuse me.
Our pastor's anniversary is coming on the way.
That's right. Yeah, my anniversary's on Wednesday. Yeah,
It's coming.
we did not get Father a cake, and that's because it wasn't on our menu schedule. That's why, right? So
Many calories.
A
yeah,
lot of calories, yeah.
and plus I know I'm the one who would end up eating it all, but maybe I should, huh? I should get. We should get you a cake.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Wednesday.
We'll have a cake. We'll share a cake.
We will share.
When's your anniversry?
21st.
Of May?
Yeah.
Oh, we're all in May.
Oh, I'm the 13th, 21st. You're
27.
27?
Next month.
No, you're in June. You had to be different, Father Raj. You had to be different.
For 17,
So,
27. Yeah.
oh, you're writing them all down?
he was 21.
21?
How many years?
22nd?
26.
27. You're 22nd.
27.
27.
You are
27.
Oh, yeah, he wrote 7.
42
Yeah,
years.
21st, yeah, Ascension Day.
All right. So another thing is that the Bishop Dealey has made an announcement. And so we're really pretty happy. And Bishop Dealey makes an announcement about reopening, Maine churches on Sundays in the Portland Diocese. And don't get too excited, but at least it's a beginning. And he made the announcement during his homily, and it was a press release that said that during this week, we have been planning for the next step of our opening here in the diocese. When gathering of 50 people or more are possible, we will be able to begin to open churches and celebrate Mass. According to the tentative timeline offered by Governor Mills' administration, the opening of churches could come as soon as early June. So we're really pretty excited about that, as early as June, if that's possible. The only thing is that I have to give you a really big warning, because this is what he also says, and I want to make sure we all hear this part, that opening will bring us into a very different situation, a situation very different than when we closed some 2 months ago. Our numbers will be limited in each Mass, and part of the care will be to continued adherence to the social distancing, including wearing masks during the Mass, and other considerations that will be possible. So we want to know that the bishop is kind of working this week. Hopefully we'll hear more, but he at least announced it today that he's working on opening the Masses when there are 50 people or more. But that will mean for us, I wanted to kind of give you some idea at the beginning so that it doesn't surprise you where we're headed and to start looking for it. All right? Because I think that it's going to be a different situation than any of us have ever experienced. So I want to make sure that as you talk about it, you heard it from here, these are possibilities. And if it gets worse than this, at least you won't feel so bad. If it gets better than this, then at least we'll have prepared you for what you will have. The first one, this is the list of things, if Father can put it up. The list of things are that we'll be still continue to stream the Masses. So for those who are, you'll read the rest of these, I'll go through them. Parking lot Masses will continue with the possibility of communion, hopefully. Mass attendance will be limited, so there's going to be actually a sign-up. Some way to sign up or tickets before Mass to reserve your place. We'll still not be able to go to Mass each week because only 50 will be able to go. And we'll have a few of the Masses, and even if we have up to 3 Masses in a place or 4 Masses on a weekend, that's only going to be 200, which doesn't come close to the thousands that come on a weekend here in our churches. So Masses will have to still all be in one place because of how we have to regulate the attendance. And not only that, it'll all have to be at one place because we will also have to sanitize the place after. And so we did buy 2 machines to help us do that quickly so that we can take care and sanitize all the pews and do all the things that were going to be required of us at the Masses to clean up and get ready for the next Mass. And so there'll be very different rules for communion. You should be considering wearing masks. You will be probably even required if you're coming to Mass that you have to wear a mask. And if you don't want to wear a mask, then we're not going to be able to let you into the building because that will be one of the requirements. And that also, too, there'll be very different rules for receiving communion. It's not going to be as usual. Don't think we'll all be just walking up. We'll be putting tape on the floors. We'll be separating the pews for distancing. There'll be a whole list of rules that will come out in terms of Mass for the month of June. So we don't want to surprise you on that. And the idea too is that after Mass, everybody will leave. Most likely communion won't be during Mass, but will be after Mass, following a certain rules that we all receive communion. But I think we'll be able to handle it. And then after you leave Mass, we'll lock the doors and sanitize the place, and then open up the Mass for the next. Sanitize the doorknobs, the railings, all the pews, all of that. Doing what we're supposed to be doing if that's the case. So we want to make sure we want you to be patient with us. This is time to have, as Amy said, we will do what you ask of us. This is a time of great patience and understanding. Thank you, Amy. There'll be no choirs at all, right? Barbara, you're right. No choir. Jolene, Liberty, right? No choirs at all. We'll have just a cantor and a musician because they're talking about when people sing. They spread it out when they sing. So we'll have it very simple. And does that mean that we can do adoration in the church? Thanks, Doris, but we're not sure about that, about going into the church for a prolonged period of time. I think we got to work that one out. I think they're still working just on communion and getting into the church. I would love to have adoration, but if we do adoration in the church, we're going to have to come on with a place, at least right now, until this thing lightens up, where we'll be able to, somebody will have to be there to wipe down the pew. You'll have to do adoration with masks on, and that's a long time to be wearing a mask, a whole hour, if you come in the church. So I think right now, I was listening to one of our parishioners talk about how she didn't think she was going to like the parking lot Mass, but She loved it because she felt a little scared about everything that's going on, and that she loved the fact that she was in her own space, in her own airspace, and that she could still go to Mass. And so maybe adoration might continue a little longer. It's the safest thing to keep you in your cars. You can come, do your prayers. You know, we're doing our best in terms of giving you a lot of time in the parking lot, and then also to adoration and benediction and rosary, so that, and with that, we can also probably even broadcast some other prayers like the Divine Mercy at 3 or something like that until this pandemic. But we can talk about it. But anyway, I think, so Amy says that she can do an hour. 12 hours is hard. 1 hour is easy peasy. But Amy, that's because you're a nurse and you wear these things all the time. We don't wear them all the time, and then we put them on and it's like, whoa, wow, that was hard, And I'm afraid that they'll be 20 minutes away and don't have room. Yeah. And so anyway, so we'll do what we need to do. Thanks, Doris. We really appreciate that. And we'll take care of you guys, and hopefully you will take care of us. We're down. I'm getting the signal from Father Raj that we have to kind of end. So we have to end with our ever traditional knock-knock joke. All right? So look at the fear in his eyes. Do you know what a knock-knock joke is? How do you do a knock-knock joke?
Knock, knock, who's there?
Yeah, see, it took him forever to get. See, we all know what a knock-knock joke is.
Try with Father Mike.
Well, but we need to do it with you, Father John.
We will do it together, okay?
Knock, knock.
Who is there?
There you go. Who's there?
One second, okay.
All right, ready? Knock, knock.
Who is there? Go ahead.
It's you now.
No, you do knock, knock. Say knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Aren't you? So say, aren't you glad I didn't say apple?
Apple.
No, you didn't say apple. Okay. So anyway, see, I had a deep knock knock joke. It was kind of fun. But I say knock knock.
Who is there?
He's got up now. Go ahead.
Well, we want you're the one we want. Knock knock.
Who is there?
Leaf.
Leaf?
Leaf.
Leaf who?
Leaf Lou.
Leaf who? This is
Leaf who?
Leaf who? It's tough, huh? So we'll write this out for you.
Sorry, okay.
Because I think now you're fooling with us now. Leaf. A leaf.
Leaf who?
A leaf. That's what it's supposed to be. A leaf.
A leaf.
A leaf you alone if you leave me alone. You don't. I did that because it's social distancing. I leave you alone if you leave me alone.
Okay.
All right? For social distancing.
Social distance.
You just don't like it, do you? All right. All right then. All right. So that was it. Let's do our prayer. We do by the way the pandemic prayer
Nice.
with the Blessed Mother, and so together. Oh, do you need a copy of it? There's a copy there. All right. And so we say, O Mary, you always brighten our path as a sign of salvation and of hope. We entrust ourselves to you, health of the sick, who at the cross took part in Jesus' pain, while remaining steadfast in faith. A loving mother, you know what we need, and we are confident you will provide for us, as at Cana in Galilee. Intercede for us with your Son Jesus, the divine physician, for those who have fallen ill, for those who are vulnerable, for those who have died. Intercede also for those charged with protecting the health and safety of others, and for those who are tending to the sick and seeking a cure. Help us, O Mother of divine love, to conform to the will of the Father, and to do as we are told by Jesus, who took upon himself our sufferings
And
carried
our sorrows, so as to lead us through the cross to the glory of resurrection. Amen.
All right. So anyway, we also end with what was one of my favorite things is that we do for night prayer. Protect us, Lord, as we stay awake. Watch over us as we sleep. That awake we may keep watch with Christ, and asleep rest in his peace. Amen.
Amen.
And your phrase is?
Nale Sandipom.
Nale Sandipum. Good evening, and till we see you tomorrow.
Spanish.
In Spanish.
Adios, mañana nos vemos.
Oh my God. What are all?
Oh, that all. All right.
Both
You know
one.
we love you guys and we miss you so much. And maybe we might just have these on Sundays, if that's okay. Maybe Sundays, and then we'll be able to spend time with you. All right. God bless.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Buenas noches.
Have a holy night and happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Pray for your mothers. My
Feliz-
mother's not around anymore to
Feliz
see.
Dia de las Madres.
All right. God bless you.
God bless you.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, baby.
Good night.
Ciao, ciao, avanti.
Very good.
All right.